Hello, how you doing? Fleagle Floggle here. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Uh, Nice to talk to you guys after God knows how long. I think year and a half or something like that. It's been a while. Uh, I keep wanting to obviously make little updates in terms of progressing into trying to get back to making a lot of videos on this channel, and it's just not happening. Obviously, because this promises been going on for years and years now. Basically, what stopped me primarily was financial obligations, such as not being able to pass my test and putting my money towards lessons and then insurance and stuff. But I've basically sorted that out now because I've passed and I've gotten my insurance sorted out, I believe. So my next task is basically when I secure a more permanent position of a role where I'm currently working, I'd like to be on sufficient funding where I know that I could put some money towards a camera without worrying about basically losing my position and then have wasted money towards something else, because spend a lot of money on a camera, you know, that's like, whew, I'd say that's about 3 months of ramen noodles, so, you know, I'd rather put it towards that. One of my main plans I've always wanted to do when starting up the new channel is to go over the CDs behind us. What CDs? Well, this amazingly muscular person is covering the entirety of my CD collection. I'd like to go really in depth in a lot of the CDs that I've collected, because I've been collecting for, I'd say, close to a decade. Yeah, actually, yeah, a decade, if you count in 2019. I think because I've been getting rid of a lot of CDs, stuff that I just never thought meant a lot to us. So these CDs here that I've kept are basically CDs that mean a lot to us. So I feel like I could go in a lot of depth in every CD that I have in the collection, and because of that I would like to really make a very in-depth overall collection video. I don't think I would make it as a one whole video. My plan is probably to make a video for every letter in the alphabet. But even then, I think with certain letters it could go on for over an hour at least. But I think if you're watching CD collection videos and stuff like that, or just people randomly talking about it, like their collection and, you know, their interest and stuff like that, especially with vinyl kind of being more of an interest, which I've been collecting for quite a bit as well, but nowhere near as many as CDs. I don't think it would be a thing where people would be bothered if I made that extensive amount of length of a video. I think they'd probably find it interesting, you as an audience, if you like that, so I'll probably do that. So why, oh, bloody finger, man, I'm not used to these videos, man, I'm sorry, it's been a while, forgive us. The reason why, I've got it the wrong way around as well, you see, it's been a while, I told you that, I did tell you that. There we go, that's a bit better. So the reason why I wanted to kind of make this now was because I've started really using streaming services, which I've only just started, like, at all. So the reason, again, it's a bit, maybe it might seem a bit melancholic in a way, but I'm kind of getting used to being in the present time, and I realised CDs were kind of an 80s and 90s thing. So I feel like if I can properly cover over a CD, that I could make in a video eventually when I, you know, get everything sorted out. Unless it really means something to us, I feel like, well, I could honestly sell this or give it to charity or give it to someone who I know might like it, in terms of, oh, all my fans, I'll just be a sec there. Unless it really means something to me, these CDs, I can just, goodbye. So these CDs I'm going to cover right now is stuff that I haven't listened to, even if it's been a thing where I've only just purchased it, or it might have stayed in the collection for yonks and I just haven't gotten around to it. So I'm going to show you a few things, first of all, in terms of stuff that I know that I am going to get rid of. So things that I literally have put in the bin, like this one here, is Chief Keef with Finally Rich. You can't say that because it's a crap camera. In it goes. Now you're thinking, oh, so you don't like Chief Keef or whatever, why did you buy it, and blah 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 blah. No, I am a huge fan of Chief Keef. But the thing is, the CD, at first when I bought it, didn't have a parental advisory sticker, so I thought, oh well, they must have just got rid of it or something like that. No, it's a fully censored album. So great. When I put it on originally on my computer, I was like, "Oh, let's get into it. Here we go. I'll listen to Don't Like," and it went, "Uh, that's that I don't like." I was like, "Oh my god." So yeah, in the bin that goes. But I am keeping this pretty cool poster that came with it. Oh yeah. That's me when I'm listening to Chief Keef smoking some. Am I right, guys? Not really. What else? A few Kate Bush albums, but that's only because there's a lot of CDs I'll probably say later that aren't in this collection, but they'll be in the conservatory, because I think it's stuff that I could put on when in there for whatever reason. So it's just 3 albums by Kate Bush. Yeah. These are things that I don't know what I'll do with them. But Slick Rick, Adventures of Slick Rick, I just don't see the point of keeping it. I mean, I do like that. It's really cool and stuff like that, but I'm not bothered. I don't know. Like I say, just stream it. It's a classic. I'd like to listen to it, but whatever. Kaplunk, it's a pretty good album. Just not really bothered about owning it. Cynic Focus. I was really looking forward to listening to this album because I know it's death metal, and I also know that it's got not auto tune, but it's got that sort of sound to it with the vocals, the vocoder I think they're called. A great band called Crotch Duster, worth checking out. Done a parody of Cynic, and I was like, oh well, I don't know who the parodying back in the day then, but I was listening to it, but they sound really cool. And I heard about this album, and I heard it's a classic, and I listened to it, and it's just not me. It's just not for me. I mean, it's just, I think it is the vocals, and you'd think, well, that was the selling point for you, and they're just really muted and muddy. And I don't know if it's the production on this remaster, but I'm not sure. It just sounds really buried in the mix, and it's just, I feel like if they were gonna go for something like really out there, especially for when this come out, like in the 93 or something. Yeah, 93. They should have just like made it a real, well, literal vocal point. And some Bob Dylan albums. Modern Times I'll put in the conservatory, and Blonde on Blonde and Freewheelin'. I mean, I'll keep them in the conservatory again if I listen to them in the car, but I've got vinyl copies of these now, so no point. Pretty good album here, but just not my total cup of tea again. King Diamond, Conspiracy. There's some good songs on here. I'd recommend actually the last track. Just again though, I won't be returning that too much. And a Cure album called The Top, which I've always had a soft spot on, because there are really a lot of really good songs on here. Selling Point, basically the single, what's it called? Caterpillar. Yeah, that one. But some of the songs are just one ear out the other. Not that special, even though I'm saying I love The Cure, but I won't be returning to that soon. So these albums I'm about to show stuff that I might have just listened to once at the most, and yeah, eventually I'll get around to listening to them. They might stay into this holy collection, or they might go a bit. Nah, I'm only joking. They're all albums which I know are at least supposed to be really good, so yeah. So we've got Digital Planets, Blowout Comb. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, really. The Game documentary 2.5. Listened to this once and I did really like it, so I'll have to give that a try too. Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full. I really need to listen to this soon. I'm a bit disappointed though that the song Paid in Full, the one that's, well, basically I didn't know that the single edit isn't nothing like the album version, so a bit disappointing I suppose, but whatever. Mac Miller, Watching Movies with the Sound Off. I'm a huge Cloud Rap fan, so really need to listen to this soon. Look forward to that. Tubeway Army. I really like a lot of Gary Newman's stuff, so I heard this was supposed to be a really good album. ASAP Rocky, Long Live ASAP. I'll have to give this a few more listens, but again, I really did like this when I listened to it. I'm trying to think of songs that I really liked actually. Probably Fashion Killer, One Train, Wild for the Night I actually really like, which I know a lot of people have mixed on. I really like the songs that utilise Imogen Heap as sort of what do you call it, like samples and stuff like that. So yeah, that was cool. Big L, this is a classic hip hop album, so I mean, I don't see why I won't keep this. I probably will, just I haven't listened to it yet. Kyo Dot, this is supposed to be like metal mixed with like sort of modern classical elements. I did listen to this once, but it's going to be an album I need to digest a lot more, I know. Classic punk album here, Magazine. I mean, again, obviously I bought this for Shot by Both Sides, but I'm sure the whole album will be good. This is the second album by The World Is a Beautiful Place, I'm No Longer Afraid to Die. I haven't listened to this properly, but I really like Harmlessness, which I've got a vinyl copy of. So I look forward to listening to that, see if it holds up. This is Wolves. Is it Wolves in the Throne? Yeah, I think it is. Yes, it is. This is American black metal project. More of a modern album by them. I know it's not supposed to be like one of their best, but again, I listened to this once and I thought it was actually pretty good. I think I remember some like women operatic vocals in it, which I thought were pretty cool. Another Cure album, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, which again has a few good hits on it, but I'm not sure if the whole album holds up, just because I know it's a double album, so whatever. I have listened to this a few times, but over the years, so when this came out? This came out a while ago now. Is it 2015 or 14? Doesn't say on the back. I think it's 15. No, 2014, but yeah. Alright, so that's nearly 5 years old, this. I can't believe it. So yeah, I've only listened to this once or twice over the 5 years, but there are songs that I remember, like The Mother Lode and Ember City. But again, I'll have to listen to that again to see if it's like as good as what I found the other Mastodon albums as. This is, oh thanks, sincere. Well, that's it. Holy Other Held. This is, if I don't know if you've heard of the subgenre, it's called Witch House. This is supposed to be a very, well, like prominent or prevalent album in that sort of subgenre. So I look forward to listening to that. Galaxy 500. This is actually the first Galaxy 500 album I listened to. I love Today, which is in the collection. Spoiler alert. But I need to listen to this album called This Is Our Music a bit more. I really like Listen to Snow Has Fallen. In fact, I prefer the live version. This deluxe edition has Copenhagen 1, which is like a live album that they made. I think I prefer that version to the album version. But again, I just need to listen to it more. But I understand, obviously, it's classic slowcore, sort of dream pop. The Knife. Got two Knife albums here, actually. This is the first one I bought when I heard it reviewed on the Needle Drop. Shaking the Habitual. I was like, oh, this sounds like my sort of thing, because I listened to which song was it again? A Two for an Eye. Yeah, A Two for an Eye, which I love. Love Full of Fire. But again, just with it being such a big album, I'll need to listen to it a lot more. And this one, Silent Shout, just haven't gotten around to listen to, but I've heard it's there, seen by many as their best. Waves, I understand that a lot of people aren't big on, well, Waves in general, especially this album as well, but I really like noise, trashy, sort of punk and pop, and from one listen I was like, oh, this is like really grating, but I feel like with a few more listens I might actually like it more. The Mars Volta, I mean, anything by the Mars Volta I understand is apparently something that you need to listen to a good number of times before like really getting it. So again, I've heard this is one of those albums that I've had for a while and I've listened to it on and off, but I think I need to like sit down and listen to it more frequently to like really digest it more. Eclipse, Hell Hath No Fury. I don't see at all why this won't be staying in the collection, because their first album I love, so yeah, I know they only made two albums, but I wanted to listen to the first one and then the second one, so I'll be getting around to listen to that soon. Look forward to that. Like The Cure, again, Boys Don't Cry. This is like, I think, the US version of their debut album, because they have Free Imaginary Boys, which is a UK version of the debut album, and I was like, oh, get in, I found it. They did like a market. I was like, oh, this must be rare. I don't know if it is. But I mean, this is basically just removing a few songs and adding a few like singles, kind of like what the Rolling Stones did in a way, I suppose, compared to the American and UK releases. I'm sure a lot of bands have done that, but that's just coming into the head of a band that like we're known to have done that. Obviously, like, I think was the Beatles like that. I can't remember, but yeah. So Trying to remember what's on here again. So obviously Boys Don't Cry, 10:15 Saturday Night, Accuracy, oh I like So What a lot. What else is on here? Killing an Arab. Oh, Subway Song, right, that's a Halloween song. That is ever to be a punk song to be Halloween-like. Sigur Rós, I remember this being a lot darker than their other stuff that I've listened to. I have listened to a number of Sigur Rós albums, but again I only listened to this the once, so I'll get into that soon. Again, only listened to it a couple of times, but really enjoyed the brackets by them. Gotten this recently as well. This is Terry Callier, What Colour Is Love? I got into this through Neil Hamburger. Oh, aye, one of my favourite ever comedians. And probably my favourite comedian. Walked on stage with another masterpiece of a set to the song You Don't Care. And I was like, oh, that's an amazing song by an amazing comedian. So, I'll probably really enjoy that. Magma. I saw this randomly at a market. I understand these are like, I think they're from Italy. But this is just literally one of those bands where I think like the discography always has consistently really good albums. So yeah, I might listen to that soon because I heard that's supposed to be a good one. This is technically the first album, if not an EP, by Enslaved, black metal band. Saw this pretty cheap, and I think it's supposed to be rare. This isn't a crack, by the way. I keep thinking this is a crack. It's just some Ugga Bugger with a spear. Cool sword. Never mind. Is that a butterfly getting inflamed? That's weird. Okay, whatever. Dear. Anyways, yeah, I'll look forward to listening to that soon. This is I can't pronounce these guys' names. Progeny Terrestre Pura. This is like black metal if it was set in the future, so that alone should interest you. Got 2 Yoko Ono albums here. I have listened to this a few times, but again, it's such a long album, and I just want to try and digest it a bit more. Approximately Infinite Universe. War on Drugs. Need to listen to this a few more times. I have really enjoyed it. Some really good Americana, a bit psychedelic rock. I do really enjoy this, and this will stay in the collection, but again, I just want to listen to all 27 tracks and really understand all of them. If you want good driving music, I'd suggest this, like especially if you're into rock. Depressive black metal is a shining. Is it the 5th one or the 4th one? 5th one. Kind of, I can't remember the guy's name, but he makes like every project under a Roman. What's it? Romanial? I don't know. A Roman numeral, whatever like that. I think he's up to 10 now. Happy album cover, yeah. Typical Saturday night. Oh, hi. Oh dear. But that's supposed to be excellent. Another Cure album, 17 Seconds, with a forest on it. I probably really like it. I have listened to it once or twice. Same with Faith. I think this is the latest CD I got actually, Lil Wayne Carter's 5. Again, I've only heard a few tracks, people raving about the Mona Lisa song with Kendrick Lamar, which I do really like, but I'm sure the whole album's really good. I have Carter 1 and 2 on record, which one day I'll make a vinyl collection, I'll show you that. My good buddy Orton, for Christmas this year, well, last year technically, got his 2 national albums, so I look forward to listening to them soon. I've only ever heard the album, what's it called again? It's the one with like the head going through the mirror. I can't remember its name on the top of my head, but I did really enjoy that. Young Jeezy, one of the first ever proper trap rap albums. Look forward to listening to that soon. This is a very strange 1967 psychedelic band called the Red Crayola, I think, yeah. And this is like a deluxe edition of their first album, and this is supposed to be like psychedelic rock mixed with free improvisation, so I don't know what that's going to be like. This is it Salem? How do I pronounce it? Salam? I'm not Salami? But this is again like Witch House, a bit like all the other few tracks I do really like, but again just want to try and get into more of their songs. Stood out for me is Hound, for me for now. Another Mastodon album. I think I probably will be putting this in the collection soon. This is a really good album. but it's just Leviathan, which is like probably my favourite. But yeah, Blood Mountain is a really good album. Just again, want to give it a once or twice more listen. Some very depressing music here. This is, what's it called again? Yeah, Wolf Eyes Burnt Mind. This is basically like noise music, but done with like instruments. It sounds like a punk band, but like if they put the microphone right up to the amplifier, and yeah, it's pretty intense stuff. But yeah, again, the game, just the documentary one. I mean, obviously, I know some of the main hits on here, but again, just I don't know, just listen to it a few more times. This is a classic hip hop album, Talib Kweli, Train of Thought. Again, I haven't listened to this at all, so I look forward to listening to that soon. Sun, Black One. I think I did listen to this once, halfway through. I think, yeah, just halfway. This is like dark ambient mixed with like black metal and some spoken word segments. It's a King Crimson album, Starless and Bible Black, I think. Yeah. I really enjoy, I think, the first track, and I think the title track was recently used in a film called Mandy, which came out last year, which is excellent. The second Sisters of Mercy album, Flood, haven't listened to this yet, but I really like the debut album, so don't see why I won't like that soon. Another Sigur Rós album. If you're from the UK, you'll know one of these tracks, because it's played on the BBC all the time. This one. I don't know, just want to listen to a bit more. This is the second Yoko Ono album I was on about. Fly. Yeah. Buzz Off. And another King Crimson album, 95 Thrack, which I haven't listened to at all. Let's see what that's like. And finally, the first album by Digital Planets as well, which I have listened to, I think, once or twice, and I did really enjoy that. So that is all of these albums that I haven't even listened to yet. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in 2023.